Hi guys, this is LuwseCrochet. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to be doing a tutorial of how to make this checkered vest, how to make this crochet checkered vest. So to get started, we are going to be needing a pair of scissors. We are going to be needing stitch markers, and we are going to be needing a 4mm hook, and as well a measuring tape, and then we are going to be needing a yarn, different colors of yarn as you wish to have yours. So now to get started, I have forgotten to make the video, but I'm going to just make a short video on how I get to this place, and then I'm going to show you how I do the other one. So now we are going to get we are first going to get a brown wool, because I'm using the brown as the lower part. So with our 4mm hook, once we get our yarn, we are going to be making a slip knot first, and then we are going to be chaining up, and we chain up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And once we have 8 chains, then we are going to be skipping the first one. We are going to be making a single crochet into the second one, and then into the third one a single crochet, and then into the fourth one a single crochet till we reach the end of the row. Now by the time we reach the end of the row, we are going to be having 7 single crochets left. And this is what you should be having as well. And now to start the second row, we are going to be making a chain 1, and then we turn our work, and we are going to be making a single crochet into the back loop only. Let me try and zoom in so you'll be able to see it clearly. So now into the back loop, instead of us going into the 2, we are just going to be going into the back loop only, just like this. You make a single crochet into the back loop only till you reach the end of the row. And this is what you should be having. And then to make the row 3, for row 3 you are going to make a chain 1, turn your work, and do into the back loop only as well. So now to get started for our body parts, which is this one, to start the checkers. To start the checkers now, once we are done with making half double crochet for 150 rows as I did mine, and if you want yours to be smaller than mine, you can make sure to reduce your single crochet. And then to start it, we are going to be making use of another millimeter hook, which is 4.5. We are going to be using 4.5 for the body part. Now to make the body, we are going to make starting with a coral color first, which is a lighter color, just as I've done here. Now this is what you are going to be doing. You just go into it, you make chain 2, and make sure this chain 2 does not stand as a double crochet, because you are going to be working in a double crochet. Now to start the row, once you chain 2, you are going to yarn over and make a double crochet. So now to get started, we are going to be making 14 double crochets first. 14 double crochets, and once we get to the 15th one, we are going to be changing our color, and that's our checkered. Our checkered is made up of 15 double crochets. And this is me at my 14th double crochet. Let's count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. Now for the 15th one, we are going to be yarning over just as we've been doing, and into the 15th one we will pull up and then 2, and once we have these 2 left, we are going to be using our blue to yarn it over. This is our blue color, and then we use it to yarn over. So this is what we are going to be having, and that's how we are going to be changing our color. And then once we have 14 of this blue as well, we are going to be changing the color to the coral color. So that's just the back and forth of it. The pattern is quite simple. That's the main reason I even forgot to make a video. So make sure that once you continue your checkered, make sure that the coral color is going with you as well. Don't leave it out here, because you are still going to be needing it till we reach the end of the row. So now we are going to be having 10 rows of checkered. We are going to be having 10 boxes. This is me once I reach my 14th stitch, and for the 15th one, once I make the half, then I'm going to be changing my color and use this one to yarn over. So the pattern is quite simple, and the pattern is once I have four rows of this on a row. Once I have, okay, let me use this one as an example. As you can see it here, once I have 4 rows of blue on the box, once I want to reach my 5th one, I'm going to be changing to where I have the blue, I'm going to be having the coral color. And once I have 4 boxes, once I have 4 row makes 1 box. So once I have 4 rows of this, into the next 4 row, I'm going to be having blue. And once I have 4 rows of blue, that is making a box. I'm going to be making another box of 4 rows of the coral color. So I'm going to make this till I reach my desired length, whereby I'm going to now divide it and then make the arm O. So I'm going to tell you how much and the length of what I did. So this is it. I'm almost at the end of the road, and if you're able to count it, if you did 150 rows, you will realize that 15 per each, we are going to be having 10 boxes. So yeah, this is our last row of the blue, and this is what you are going to be doing. And then to yarn over, we are going to be taking the 2 and make it to yarn over, and then into this. Now once we use the 2 to yarn over, to slip stitch here, we are just going to be leaving out the blue color, and then we'll be using the coral color to slip stitch. That's what you'll be having, and then you are going to make a chain 2 once again. But because I've already called the yarn, that's why we are having this little space here. So for me not to have this space, this is what I'm just going to be doing. So this is it. I'm almost at the end of the row. This is what we are going to be doing, and to close it, we are going to be taking the 2 together like this, and to make a slip stitch, you are just going to go into this, and then you will now leave out the blue color, because you are going to be starting again with the coral color. So we are going to be leaving the blue color just like this, and then you make a slip stitch. And that's just how we are. So because if you make a slip stitch like this, you are going to be having this somehow space. I did it here, but I don't think I finished it actually. So this is what you are just going to do before you complete it. Before you complete this, once you have this as half, then you go into it once again into this small loop here, like this. You are going to make half double crochet as well, and then you are going to, once you have these 3, you are going to get into it like this, and then you leave out the blue color, and then you make a slip stitch with the coral color. So it's going to come like this, and it's going to be full. So this is just what you are going to be doing, and after we have 4 rows of this, then we change to where we have the coral, we will have the blue. I'm using journal. So this is it. I'm at the end of it, and then we are still going to get into the loop here, the little loop here, and then we take the 2 to yarn over, and then once you want to make a slip stitch. Now here we are done with 4 with the box, the 4 rows which make the box, and now where we have our coral before, we are going to be having our blue instead of the coral. We are going to be slip stitching with the blue. So this is what we are going to do now, and that's it. And then we chain 2, and then we are going to make a double crochet round it till, for the 15 rows, a double crochet of blue. And once we reach here, we are going to be changing into the coral, and then we just go back and forth till we have another box. And this is it. I'm at the end of the last box, and I did a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did a total of 6 boxes, which is 20, which is 6 times 4 is 6 times 4, 1, 2. So I did a total of 6 boxes, and which is 24 rows. So now I'm at the end of it, and then I will make a slip stitch with it, and then I will make a chain 1, and then I will cut off the yarn, and that's the end of it. Now what we are going to be doing is just to divide it, so that we'll be able to have the middle part. Is you can use the both to make a chain 1, so that it's going to be firm. So now you get your scissors, and then you cut up the yarn, and that's the end of it for now. And this is what we are going to be having. This is what we should be having now. So now we are going to be making the armhole before we make the V stitches. Now to start the arm parts, we are going to get our brown color to do the arm part and the chest part. So now we are first going to get the middle of this. Actually, to get the middle is not at all hard to get for this one, because we are having 10 of it, and since we are having 10 boxes, we already know that 5 box is for half, while 5 box is for the other half. So now you can choose where you want your front to be. I think I want my front to be where this blue is much more. So this is my front, this is my desired front. So now what we are just going to do is that we are going to be counting from the middle parts in between here. We are going to be counting. Let's start with this. We are going to count 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are going to stitch mark at the 5th one, just as I did mine. And then for here as well, you are going to count 5, and then you stitch mark at the 5th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what you are going to be doing. So you are going to be leaving the stitch mark, but because I lost my stitch mark, so now for this other part as well, you are going to count 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you stitch mark at the 5th one. And for this as well, you are going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you stitch mark at the 5th one. So now once you've made the stitch mark, now where you stitch mark here, the 5th one, where you stitch mark, you are going to chain up to 1, 2. Remember that the chain 2 does not stand as a double crochet. So now you are going to be skipping the 5th. You are going to be skipping where you make your chain 2, and then into the next one you are going to do a half double crochet, but you are not going to finish it just like mine. And then you are going to yarn over once again and do another half double crochet here where you don't find into the 3rd one where you won't finish it, and then you are going to be having 3 loops here, and then you yarn over. That means you decrease 3 together. Yes, you are decreasing 3 together for this arm part, and then you just continue going. You just continue doing normal double crochet till you have 3 stitches. Till you have 3 stitches left to your stitch marker. So you can continue and do that. So I'm almost where I stitch mark. This is where we are going to be having, and then we are going to do this one, and then we have 1, 2, 3. So now into this first one, you are going to do a double crochet, but you are not going to finish it just like this, and you are going to yarn over once again and do it into this one as well. You are not going to finish it, and then you are going to be removing the stitch mark on the 5th one where you stitch mark, and then you are going to do half again, and by now we can finish it like this. So that means we are doing 3. What we did here is what we did at the beginning is what we are going to be doing at the end. We do a 3 stitch. We do 3 decreases together, 3 decreases together, and then we start with it as well. So now for row 2 of it, once again you are going to chain 2. Remember, chain 2 does not count as a stitch. You are going to turn your work over, and then into where we decrease, into this first one where we make a decrease, you are going to make a half double crochet without completing, and then into the second one as well you will make a double crochet, but you will not complete it, and into the 3rd one once again you make a double crochet without complete it, and then once you have 3 decreases together you are going to yarn over, and then you complete it, and then you continue doing normal double crochet as you are seeing me doing it now. And then once you reach the end of the road, you are going to decrease 3 together once again, and then you continue doing this and once you get to row 3 once again you are going to make another decrease. So I will meet you at the end of row 3. I actually, instead of 3 rows, I did 4 rows of 3 decreases together for the arm part. Then is now for us to make the V, which is going to be the neck part. So now we are having 50 stitches left, and then that's 25. So we are just going to count 25. Let's count 25 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So then we are going to mark at our 26th stitch. So now once you've marked, we are going to, yes, I marked at the 26th stitch. Now, so this is what we are going to be doing. Now for row 5, we are not going to make any decreases for this part anymore. We are just going to be making normal. So for row 5, we are going to be stopping the decrease here. So you chain 2. Remember, chain 2 does not count as a stitch. You change your you turn your work, and then you make double crochet into this same stitch here, and then you continue to, you have 3 stitches to the stitch marker. Continue making double crochet till you have 3 stitches left to the stitch marker. So then I will meet you, and then we are going to make a decrease, and then I'm going to teach you how you are going to be making the V shape. So now we are almost, so we have 3 stitches left before the stitch marker, so you are still going to do one more, and then we are just going to do 3 decreases together. Remember what I said, we have 50 stitches, and then we mark at the 26th, that is at the 25th here, and we are having 25 here. So now we are just going to do 3 decreases together. So this is what we are going to be doing. You put into here 1 decrease, 2 decrease, and you are going to remove this stitch marker here, and then you are going to make another decrease as well. So now just yarn over. Now to make the 5th row, we are just going to do 2 decreases together. So for now we are going to be alternating between row 5 and row 6. For our 6th row, we are just going to make 2 decreases together. After we've chained 2, we are going to make half double crochet here, and then we make half double crochet, and then we complete it here. So instead of 3 decreases, we make 2 decreases here, and then you are going to make normal double crochet till you reach the end of the row. And once you reach the end of the row, we are going to go back, and once we have 3 stitches left here, I'm going to meet you once again, because we are just going to be alternating between row 5 and row 6 till we have our desired till we have our desired fit, and then we make normal rows. So this is me. I'm almost at the end of row 6. So remember, here you are not going to make any decreases anymore for the arm parts. So I'm just going to make normal like this. Yes, and then for row 7, you are going to chain up 2. Remember, chain 2 does not count as a stitch. You turn up your work, and then you continue making normal rows till you have 3 stitches left to the end of the row. So here we are having 3 stitches left, and what we did for row 5 is what we are going to be doing in for row 7 as well. So we are just going to make 3 decreases together, and this is it. And then what we make at row 6 is what we are going to be making for row 8 as well. Then we are going to chain up 2 once again. Remember, that does not count as a stitch. And then we are going to, into the same stitch, we are going to be making half first, and then we are going to be making another one, then we complete it. So that's 2 decreases together. So you are going to continue this. You are going to be alternating between row 5 and row 6 till you reach like row 12. Then if you have your desired fit, then you continue just making normal. So I will meet you back once again. So this is it. I did, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I just made the same interval I said, 5 and 6 for 14 rows. So I did it till I reached 14 rows. So now what we just have left is just 2 rows left. We have 2 rows left. Now what we are going to be doing for that 2 rows that is left is that we are going to be making normal double crochet, no decreases, no increases, just normal. So you are just going to chain 2 remember chain 2 does not count as a stitch. Then we are going to make a double crochet all the way around it till we reach the end of the row. For row 15 and row 16, we are not going to make not going to make any decreases anymore. So this is what we are going to be having now. And this is the last one, and then we are going to chain 2. And that's just it. Since we are at the end of row 16, we are going to chain 1, and then we are going to cut over yarn. After we chain 1, then we just cut over yarn. And that's just the end of our row. So that's the end of it. And if you measure it, we are having 25, almost 26 inches, and that's the length that we are going to be having for our vest. Now to make the other part, because we started like this, so to make the other part, we are going to be starting here. We are having 25 inches. We are having 25 stitches, so I'm just going to start from the next one here, from this one, and make 3 decreases together. So first we are going to chain 2. Remember, chain 2 does not count as a stitch. And then we are going to be making a double crochet but not complete it into the next one, and then another double crochet and not complete it in the next one. Then we just complete it. So we are just going to continue making the alternate here. You can go back and watch this video. For row 5, you are going to make 3 decreases. 3 decreases as we make here, and then no decreases at this other end. And for row 6, we are going to make, once you come back here, we are going to make 2 decreases. For row 7, we are going to make 3 decreases. For row 8, we are going to make 2 decreases. For row 9, 3. For row 10, 2. For row 11, 3. For row 12, 2. For row 14, 3. For row 13, 3. For row 14, 2. And then 15 and 16 is going to be normal stitches, no more decreases. And then I will meet you and then teach you how to make the back space then I will teach you how to make the back side as well. So this is it. This is what we are going to be having. This is how it's going to look like. As you can see, let me try and zoom out so you'll be able to see. So now this is what we are going to be having. So now to do the back side of it, now we are just going to do the same thing we did here. Where in this stitch where we started here, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the 5th one we started making a decrease. We make 4 rows of decrease, 3 decrease together. So and that's what we are going to be doing. And after we make the 4 decrease together, like the 4 rows of 3 decrease together, we are just going to continue doing normal rows without splinting here till we reach row 12. And once you want to start row 13, I will meet you. So now we just chain 2. We make a chain 2 into this one, into the next stitch we make half, and into the 3rd stitch as well we make half, and then we complete it. So that's 3 decreases together. Then we continue making normal decreases till we have 3 stitches left, and we decrease again, then we move to the second row as well, then we decrease again, and then to the third row we decrease again, into the fourth row we decrease again. So this is it. We are at the end of the row, and then we are going to make 3 decreases together like this. So I realized I made a mistake here. This place I did because I realized I made a mistake here. This is going to, it is supposed to have one at the middle, but I missed that one here. Instead of me doing the decrease on the 5th one, I did it on the 6th one. So for your own, you might realize that you are having one left in the middle. So make sure you leave the one left in the middle, because me, I made a mistake. So don't make the same mistake I made. So for row 2, we are just going to chain 2, turn our work. Into the first one, we do half double crochet without completing it. Into the second one, we half double crochet without completing it, and into the third one, half double crochet, and then we complete it. So that is 3 decreases together. Then you continue. Once you reach here, you are going to do another decrease together, and then you continue to, you have 4 rows of decreases, and then you do normal rows till you reach row 12. And at the start of row 13, I will teach you what you are going to do. This is where we are going to be having at the end result. So I'm just going to show you how I did the back part and how I joined it. So now once you are done with row 12, you are not going to cut your yarn here. You are just going to go back, and then you are going to do normal double crochet, and then you will now go back to your front loop. Count your row 13. 1, 2. This is our row 13, and our row 13 we are having 10 double crochet, and then after the 10 double crochet, to make 3 together, 3 together decreases, we make 3 decreases together. Yes, we make 3 decreases together. So, and that's what we are going to be doing. After we have 10 normal double crochet, then we are going to decrease 3 times, and then for our 14th row we just do 2 decreases together, and then that's what we did there. So we did 2 decreases together, and then after row 14 we just do normal rows, and then I sew it in together, and then I make the arm part. So now I'm going to teach us how we are going to do this other part as well. Now I hope you are able to understand what I just said right now. This is our 12th row, and this on the 13th row you are going to go back to the front part. You are going to count how you did your front row is how you are going to be doing the back part as well. So now for the other side which I'm going to do to use for the tutorial. Now, as I said earlier, that for our 13 row here, this is our 13th row. We have, let me try and zoom in a little bit. Sorry, it's quite sunny, so I have to close the window. So now this is our 13 row here. You can go ahead and count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And this is what we want to do. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we have 1, 2, 3. This is our decrease together. Are you seeing it? So we did 3 decreases together. So now what we are just going to do is that for this part, you are going to be starting at this other part. And now you are going to be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And on our 13th row, you are going to start the decrease. You are going to go in with our yarn, chain 2. Remember, chain 2 is like a mini decrease. It's just like decreasing it as well. So now we are going to skip this 13th row, this first one into the second one, and do a half double crochet without completing it, and into the third one as well we are going to do a half double crochet, and then we are going to complete it now. So this is 3 decreases together, and then if you can't tell, we are going to be having 10 normal double crochets left, and that's how we are going to do, and that's how we are going to do normal 10 double crochets. You can go ahead and count it. And this is the end of our 13th row, and for our 14th row we are going to make something quite similar, because on our front part for our 14th row we are having 2 decreases together here. So and that's what we are going to be doing. We are going to be chain 2, return our work like this, and then make normal double crochets till we have 2 last double crochets. We have two stitches left. And this is our last two stitches, so going to decrease it, and the last one we make a decrease, and this is going to be the end of our decreases. And for our 15th row we are going to chain 2. Remember, chain 2 does not count as a stitch, and we are going to make normal and we are going to make normal double crochet into this double crochet, and then same here. And this is our 15th row, and now you can go ahead and count your 15th row. You are going to see that we are having 10 double crochet left. So now let's count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is our 15th one as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So and then we are going to be having same for the 16th row. So 15 and 16 row is a row of no increase or decrease. And this is what we are going to be having, and this is the end of it. It is the same we did for this pattern, so let me try and zoom out a little bit. It is the same we did for this part as well, and that's what we did for this part as well. So if you count it, you'll be having 16 rows. Now to join it together, we have to first turn it to the other side where we are not going to be using. We are going to turn it to the inner side first, so that it will be easy to sew it together. Now after you've turned it to the other side, you can see mine here, you can see it. Now to sew it in, you are going to take this, you are going to make a chain 1, and then we are going to take this together like this. Now after we make a chain 1 into, let me try and maybe close the window so the brightness won't, you'll be able to see it clearly. Or what about this? I think this is okay actually. Yes. So now into this first double crochet here, and into this first one as well, and then I'll make a slip stitch. So I'm going to go in between the second one and this second one as well, and then make a slip stitch to join. And that's how I join my double crochet together. We are going to be joining with our slip stitch. And this is the end of it. And after we've reached the end of it, we are going to chain one and then cut off our yarn. So we are going to be making sure we sew that in later. Sorry, I'm looking for my scissors. Okay. And then that's it. And now for me, this is what I will do after I've cut off my yarn. I will just tie this and this together to make sure that it's very firm. Now to do the arm parts here, we are going to turn our work to our right side. And this is what we are going to be having. And this is how the front it's going to look like. Now to do this armhole, we are just going to go into here. We are going to take our yarn and then into the middle. Into the middle, we are going to make a chain one, and then we are going to make single crochets around it like this. We are going to make single crochets around it. And once you reach to this arm part, into this is the first row. Into this we are going to make a single crochet, and into the row between first row and second row, into this middle small loop, into this small loop, we are going to make a single crochet. Or you can just go in with each row 2 double crochet, but for me this is how I do mine. And into the second row another double crochet, and into the small loop between second row and third row another single crochet. So, and into the third row a single crochet, and into the loop between third row and fourth row, into this small loop we are going to go in with a single crochet. Into the fourth row a single crochet, into the in between the fourth and the fifth row, into the small loop a single crochet. And this is how we just continue going back and forth till we reach the end of the row. And I'm going to show you once we are coming back. So you are going to go in between. Once you get to this place, make sure that you are able to sew to take this in as well. Go in here and then back here, and then we make a slip stitch. Then we are going to do this pattern to the arm part. Now this is what we have. We are at the end of it, and then we are going to make a slip stitch into the single crochet we did there. And after we've gotten a slip stitch, we are going to chain up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we are going to skip the first chain, and then into the second chain we are going to do a single crochet. And then we are going to do a single crochet into the third one as well, till we have 4 single crochets left. And this is it. We now have 4 single crochet. Now once we have 4 single crochet, we are going to make a slip stitch, not into where we make a chain, but into the second single crochet here. We are going to make 1 slip stitch, and into the next single crochet as well we are going to make a slip stitch. And then once we have 2 slip stitch, we are going to turn our work. We are going to be skipping the 2 slip stitch, and into the first single crochet here we are going to go another single crochet into the back loop only. As you can see, instead of you picking it like this, you are going to go into the back loop only. And this is what we have. We are going to make a single crochet into the back loop. This is the first one, and into the back loop into the second one as well, into the back loop of the third single crochet, and into the fourth one, which is the last one, a single crochet. And after we've gotten this, we are going to make a chain 1. We are going to turn our work, and we are going to be doing a back loop single crochet once again. Into the back loop only, we are going to be making a single crochet. Into the back loop only, a single crochet. And this is what we have for the 4 single crochet. And after we've gotten the 4 single crochet, we are going to make a slip stitch into the next single crochet here, the first one, and into the next single crochet as well, another slip stitch. Now this is what we are having, so we are just going to repeat. We are just going to repeat the third one, the second one and the fourth one for each round till we have it all. And then now we are going to skip the 2 single crochet, the 2 slip stitch, and into the first single crochet make another single crochet, and then make 4 single crochets. So this is what we just continue doing. The pattern is quite simple, just into the back loop only, and this is the last single crochet here. And once again we are going to make a chain 1, and once we make a chain 1 we are going to turn our work, and then we are going to make slip stitch into the back loop only as well. And after we've making a single crochet into the back loop only, and into the next one where we have nothing, into the next single crochet we are going to make 1 slip stitch, and into the next one once again we are going to make another single crochet, and then we turn our work. So continue doing this throughout, all way around, and then once you reach the end of the ear, I'm going to meet you once again. Now this is what we are having. I'm almost at the end of the row, at the end of it rather. So this is what I have. I just chain 1, I turn my work, and then I started doing a single crochet around it, around the 4 single crochet. And this is what I have, and I just have 1 single crochet where I'm going to slip stitch. I just have 1 left, and then I make a slip stitch. And now I try, and then I'm just going to sew in the 2 together. I first go into this one, into the back loop, and then into here as well, and then I make a slip stitch with it, and then into the next one, into the second one, and into the second one here as well, I make a slip stitch, and into the third one, and into the third one here as well, I make another slip stitch, and into the last one, and into the last one here, I make a slip stitch. And here is what I have, and then I chain 1, and then I cut off my hole, and then I cut off my yarn. And after I cut off the yarn, I'm going to sew this in later, and this is what we are having. As if you see it very well, you realize it's looking good, just as the one I first did here. Let me try and zoom out so you'll be able to see it, or let me do it like this, so you'll be able to see it very, very well. Okay, I zoom out a little bit, and now this is what we are having. As you can see it here as well. Now I'm going to be teaching us how we are going to be doing for the neck part. Now all we have to do now is, let me zoom out now. Let me zoom in now. Now into the corner part here, we are going to take our yarn once again. And after we've gotten our yarn, we are going to be chain one. We are going to make a chain one, and then into this same corner part we are going to make a single crochet, and then we are going to go into this first row here, just as we've been doing. Then in between these, you are going to make a chain one, and in between the first row and the second row, a single crochet, not chain one, sorry about that, a single crochet. Now into the second row, in between the second row, we are going to make another single crochet, and in between the second row and the third row, we are going to make one single crochet as well. And now in between the third row, one single crochet, and in between the third row and the fourth row, in this small loop, we are going to make one single crochet, and into the fourth row here, we are going to make a single crochet, and in between the fourth row and the fifth row, where we right here, where into this part where we sew it together, we are going to make a single crochet, and into the fifth row here, where we sew together, where we take in our sew, we are going to make a single crochet, and into this first row here, we are going to make a single crochet, and in between the first row and the second row here, we are going to make another single crochet, and we are just going to make a single crochet round till we reach the middle part, and then I will show you what to do as well. Now this is it. We are at the middle, and in between one single crochet, and into this space as well, one single crochet. We are just going to go into in between one single crochet. We are just going to continue making a single crochet all the way around till we reach the end of the row, just as I've tell you to do. Into this small loop here, one single crochet, in between the second row like this, one single crochet, in between the third and the second row, into the small loop there, one single crochet, into the third row, one single crochet, in between the third row and the fourth row, into the small loop there, one single crochet, into the fourth row, one single crochet, in between the fourth row and the fifth row, in the small loop there, one single crochet. So we just continue making this till we reach the end of the row, and once we get to the end of the row, and then we are going to chain up once again, and we just started doing what we did with the arm part as well. Now this is what we have. Now we are at the back. Now we are just into here. We are just going to be making one single crochet. This is the back of our vest. So we are just going to be making one single crochet in each of the double crochets here. And once we have this, and this is it, we are at the end of it. We are done with making single crochet around it. Now all we have to do now is that we are going to slip stitch into the first single crochet we made, and after we make a slip stitch, we are going to chain up 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now after we've gotten 6 single crochets, we are going to, here we make, for the arm part, we make 5 we make 5 chain, and then we single crochet into 4 chain. Now here we are going to be making 6 chains, and then we are going to be skipping 1, and then we are going to be making a single crochet into 5 chains. Now just as we've done there is what we are going to be doing. Just like we are going to be making a slight difference here, and the difference is just going to be where it's going to be at the middle, where we have our V shape. So now this is what we have. After we're making the 5 single crochets, into the next single crochet we are going to make a slip stitch, and then into the next one another slip stitch. And now after we've gotten 2 slip stitch, we are going to be going into the back loop only, as we've been going into the back loop only. we are going to be having 5 single crochets. And after we've gotten 5 single crochets, we are going to be chain 1. After we chain 1, we are going to turn our work, and then we are going to go into back loop also only 5 single crochets back loop. And after we've gotten into the back loop only, we are going to make a slip stitch into the next single crochet 1, and into the second one 2 slip stitch. And after we've gotten the slip stitch, we are going to turn our work like this again, and then we are going to make a single crochet. So this is where we are going to continue making, and we are going to continue this, making it all the way around till we reach this V part into the middle part. And once we are almost at the V part, I'm going to tell you what to do once again. So go ahead and do what I did. Now we are almost at the middle here. Now this is what we are going to do. We are still going to continue our single crochets here. And this is what we have. And to get to the middle, we are going to make a slip stitch, the first slip stitch, and then this is what we are going to be doing. Now once we make one slip stitch, this is it. Let me put it down so you can see the middle part of it. Now this is what we have. Now once we have one slip stitch, now we are now going to get into the second one. We are going to pull up 1, into the third one 1, fourth one 1. That means we have 3 loop pulled up, fifth one 1, and to the sixth one 1. So we have, this is it, we have 1 2 3 4 5. We have 5 single crochets. Let me go once again so that you'll be able to see what I did. We already make one slip stitch here into the first one. Remember, we are making 2 slip stitch into 2 different single crochets. Now once we now have the slip stitch, we are now going into another single crochet. We are going to pull up a loop without making a slip stitch, that is 1. Another loop without making a slip stitch, that is 2. Another one without making a slip stitch, that is 3. Into the next single crochet without making a slip stitch, that is 4. And into the last one, that means we have 5 single crochets. And this last one, we are going to use this last one to yarn over all through. So that means we make 5 decreases together, and that's going to serve as our middle. And once we have that, we are just going to turn our work, and then we continue making, and then we skip this 1 2, and then into the single crochets we are going to have 5 single crochets once again. And this is what we have. And then now we are just going to chain 1, and then we turn our work, and then we are going to go also into the back loop and started doing the 5 single crochets. And into the last one, this is the 1 2 3 4, and this is our last single crochet here. Now once we have this, we are just going to go into the next single crochet here, do 1 slip stitch, and into the next one as well, another slip stitch. So we are just going to continue doing normal single crochet as we've been doing, and slip stitching twice. And this is it. As you can see, the middle is already evident here. Now can you see the middle is already evident here? So, and that's just what we just continue to do. Then we go all the way around round and round till we reach this end where we now join the two together. So I'll meet you once you are here. Now we are almost at the end of it. And this is what we have left, but we have 2 single crochets left, so we are going to slip stitch into them. And this is the end of it. And now to join it together, this is what we are just going to do. We are going to make a chain 1, and after we have chain 1, we are going to into here, into the first single crochet here, and into the first single crochet there. We are going to be making a slip stitch. So that's the slip stitch, and into the second one here, into the second single crochet here, and to the second single crochet here as well, we are going to be making a slip stitch. And into the third single crochet here, and into the third single crochet here as well, we are going to be making a slip stitch. And into the fourth single crochet here, and as well the fourth single crochet here, another slip stitch. And into the fifth, which is the last single crochet here, and as well into the fifth, which is the last single crochet here as well. Sorry, I'm trying to go into it, and it's not really that okay. And this is what we have. We are going to make a slip stitch. Now before we chain our work, we are just going to go in here, and then we make a just go in here like this, and then make a slip stitch once again, and then we make a chain 1, and that's the end of it. Once we have a chain 1, we cut over yarn, and this is what we are having, and we are at the end of it. Now we are just going to go in with either we take a diamond needle, or we take a 2mm hook, and then we sew this in together. We sew this into it, so it won't later on affect our work. So this is how I sew it in, and we are at the end of it. Now we are done with our work, and if you can see, let me zoom out so you'll be able to see it clearly. We are done with it, and you can see our vest is actually awesome. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe, like and share. And I swear, if you are able to make any of this, if you use my tutorial to make a vest as well, you can as well just tag me, tag LuwseCrochet at LuwseCrochet. Thank you for your support, and bye bye.